Welcome back to another lesson. Today's learning goal is I can determine if a relationship is proportional by finding its cross product. Okay? Cross product, we'll talk about what that means later on, but it's a very important idea. So we'll talk about that in a moment. But a proportion, it's a statement that two ratios are equal. So the proportion 2:3 equals 10:15. Is read as such, okay? Is read as 2:3 as 10:15. Okay? We call 3 and 10 the means, all right? Or the terms that are in the middle of the sentence. So right here, this is the middle of the sentence, 3 as 10. Those are called the means. The extremes are the ones that are on the outside. Okay? So there's 2 and 15. Okay? So 2 and 15 right here are called the extremes, and the means are the 10 and the 3. Okay? This is saying that these two proportions, right here, the first one, right here, and the second one are the same. Okay? And we can test that by showing that 2 times 5 is 10, and 3 times 5 is 15. Okay? Essentially saying they are equivalent. Okay? So, it says determine if 2 is to 30 as 30 is to 45 by by finding its cross products. Okay? And what cross products means is that if we multiply the top number by the bottom number of the other ratio, so if we multiply these two, 20 and 45. And if we multiply 30 and 30 together, we should get the same number if they are truly proportional. That is, if the two ratios are truly the same thing. Okay? So, if we do 20 times 45, what we get is 2 times 45 is 90, add the extra 0, we get 900. 30 times 30. What that ends up being is 3 times 3 is 9. Add the two zeros. Both of them are 900. We found the cross products of both, and they're the same thing. So therefore, this is actually a true proportion. Okay? Both ratios are exactly the same. It says determine if 9 is to 4 as 27 is to 10 is truly a proportional relationship by finding its cross products. Okay? So we're going to multiply the extremes, which are these two, by the means, which are these two. And when we do that, we find that 9 times 10 is 90. We find that 4 times 27 is, I believe that's 4 times 8 is 28, carry the 2 is 108. These are not the same, the cross products are not the same, so therefore this is not a true proportion. Okay? These two ratios are not the same thing. Here it says solve for n in the proportion n is to 18 as 20 is to 45 using cross products so that it is truly a proportional relationship. Okay. So we need to make n a number so that this ends up being a real proportion. Okay. So we can do this by finding the cross products. Again, we're going to multiply the extremes by the means. The extremes end up being 45n. The extremes end up being 360. Okay. Then we solve how we do normally with an equation. Draw a line down the middle. Solve for n by dividing by 45. We divide by 45. We find out that n equals, if I'm doing this correctly, I believe that equals 6. Nope, 8. N equals 8. Okay, so N equals 8. So 8 over 18 is proportional to the 20 over 45. Okay, those are the exact same ratios. Okay, which we find out right here. Okay. Solve for x in the proportional relationship 8 is to x as 24 is to 15 using cross products so the relationship is truly proportional. So we're going to set this up using the fraction way. It's currently written as the word array. So we have 8 is to x as 24 is to 15. Okay. Try this one out on your own. Hit pause on the video. Okay. To do this one, again, we're going to do the cross products. We're going to multiply the extremes by the means. When we do that, we get 24x equals 8 times 15 is 120. Okay. Then we divide both sides by 24 to solve for x. X equals 5. So we're saying that 8 to 5 is the same thing as 24 to 15. And this one we can easily see because we can multiply 8 by a whole number to get 24, so multiply by 3, and 5 by a whole number, multiply by 3 and get 15. And our answer is x equals 5. Okay. Madison Insurance said that 14 out of 15 customers gave their company an A+ rating. If this is true, how many people out of 330 would give Madison Insurance an A+ rating? Okay. 14 out of 15, that is a proportion. Excuse me, a ratio. 14 out of 15 people. Okay. Now, we don't have 15 people taking the survey. We said we have 330 people. So we're going to set this equal to some unknown number that continues to say that the company has an A+ rating out of 300. We're asking out of 330 people, how many would say they have an A+ rating? So this is the people who say there's an A+ rating right here. Top part is A+ rating. The bottom part down here represents total people surveyed. This is the initial proportion, or excuse me, ratio. And this is the ratio with 330 people. Okay. Again, to solve for x, we would do cross products. So, multiplying the extremes by the means. When we do that, we get 14 times 330, 4,620. Okay. And then 15x is the other side, which I should do in red. 15x. Okay. To solve, we divide by 15. We get x equals 308. So we would say that 308 is to 330 is the same thing as 14 is to 15. Okay. So 330 people, this is a word problem, so include units. 330 people, out of 330 people, 308 would give it an A+ rating. So, Then this next question. Gwen sold 49 boxes of Girl Scout cookies this week. What is the rate of boxes sold each day? Okay. At this rate, how many boxes will she sell in 10 days? So, we know that she sold 49 boxes in a week, which is the same thing as 7 days. And we're asked to find out how many boxes she sold, so we don't know how many boxes she sold in 10 days. Okay. So we set up the proportion like this. This is the number of boxes sold. This is the number of days. Okay. We started off with 7 days, but we're asking for it in 10 days. So, we do the cross products, which is 7x from right here, and then 490 from right there. So it equals 490. Divide both sides by 7. We get x equals 70 boxes. So in 10 days, we would expect her to be able to sell 70 boxes. And her rate, got to mention that, is simply the ratio right here, which is 7 boxes per day, if we were to simplify that. Try setting this one up on your own. If a 4-pound roast takes 150 minutes to cook, how long should a 5-pound roast take? We would set this up using the ratio that's given. So we takes 150 minutes to cook a 4-pound roast. We're going to set that equal to what it would be for a 5-pound roast. And we don't know how long it would take. So the top part is going to be time, and this part is the weight. Again, solving by finding the cross products. We have 4x equals 150 times 5 is 750. So therefore, we're going to divide both sides by 4. We find that x equals 187.5 minutes. Okay, 187.5 minutes.